My favorite type of romance manga is the type that takes the time before two characters start dating. It shows why these two characters like each other, so that when they do start dating, you're not questioning anything. There's no, they just met yesterday and now they're dating, what's going on? There's no, she only likes him for his face, he only likes her for her face. None of that. I really like it when you learn more about the characters and then they start dating. So you can be like, oh my God, obviously they're dating. I can tell why they like each other. And so I wanted to recommend 10 romance manga series, not just shoujo, but I feel like there's a good variety of, the majority is shoujo, but not all are shoujo. 10 volumes that, in my opinion, do a very good job of establishing those relationships prior to the relationship starting. So in each of them, as of the end of volume 1, nobody's dating. There may be flirtiness happening, but no dating. And all of them do have official English titles. So no Japanese only for this video. My first recommendation is this one. This is my level 99, my level 999 love for Yamada-kun is I think the English. This one is on hiatus in both English and Japanese, but it's still worth a read in my opinion. There is also an anime if you're into that. I highly recommend the manga though. As of the end of volume 1, while she is literally throwing up in his bed, there's no relationship progress. You have to read it to get there, but no relationship progress. In my opinion, as of volume 1, he does not like her at all. So they have a strange first encounter, but that gets them in each other's lives. And then throughout the rest of the volumes, up until they start dating, they slowly get to know each other. And then when they do eventually start dating, spoiler warning, they date, you can understand why they like each other. I think this one's very good. It does take a couple volumes before anything romantic really happens between the two of them, and I really like it. So when they do start dating, it's very, not fluffy, but he's a very good boyfriend in my eyes. And she is a little bit older than him, so if you like stories with a younger male lead, this is a good one. My next one is a shoujo manga. This is First Love, Worst Love. There's no physical release yet, which is very unfortunate, but there's a digital release on K-Manga. I highly recommend this one. This one is all about first loves reuniting. It's very funny. So we have our two university students who just so happen to both move to Tokyo, and they're like next door neighbors. They used to date in middle school until he ghosted her, and then they never spoke again. Now that they're in university and they live next door to each other, he really wants to get back together with her, and she's like, you ghosted me, get away from me. But it's a comedy, so like he doesn't really take no for an answer, but it's comedic, it's tasteful, and like he's never harassing her or anything. Like if she really said like leave me alone, he would leave her alone. So please don't worry about that. It is very funny, and he is very insistent on the fact that he really likes her and he wants to prove to her that he really likes her. And it's very good. As of the end of volume 1, while he is confessing his love to her, she's not having it. She can be friends, sure, but no more than friends. It's very good. This one only has 2 volumes out right now in Japanese, so it is still newer, but I still think it deserves an English publication. Next one is Pink and Habanero. This one does have a physical print in English. This is a shoujo romance. As of volume 1, they are starting to get along, kind of, but no romance. If you like series with a tsundere, male lead, you will like this one because he is very tsundere. So this is a high school romance. We have our female lead who's a little bit naive. She's never really had a boyfriend, and she takes everything that boys say to her at face value. And we have our male lead who calls her naive, like he plays with her feelings a tiny bit. Again, it's in good taste. Like it's funny, like her feelings are never really hurt by his actions. So they do have a good relationship straight from the start, at least in my eyes. And she discovers his secret. Oh my goodness. It's about his job. I'm not going to do a big spoiler. And through her learning about his secret, they become a little bit closer. They develop a relationship. As of volume 1, in my eyes, they're really just friends, but there's like a little spark, little sprinkling of like a little bit of romance, but not really. But like there's enough of a little bit of sprinkling of romance that you don't forget that it's a romance series. My next one is Please Tell Me My Butler. This one also only has a digital release on K-Manga, which is very sad, but this one also only has 2 volumes published in Japanese, so it is still newer. This one's great. I love this one so much. This one tells the story of a young aristocratic woman. She's the daughter of a very, very powerful family, and her butler, who she has been in love with for like 10 years at this point. And so from the very beginning, she, like, look at the cover, like she is all over him, but he's a butler and he needs to stay butler appropriate. So we never really know, or do we, his feelings towards her. So whenever she like comes on to him, he very skillfully will push her off and then lead her to like do her homework or something. There is a slight age gap. She is in high school, he is in university. So it's not that big of an age gap that it's uncomfortable, but there is still a bit of an age gap. But I really like this one. If you like series with very like interesting, I'll say, female leads, you will like this. And when I say interesting, I mean like I love her so much. So she'll like fantasize about the butler all day at school, go home, tell those fantasies to one of the other people that works at her house, and she'll try and convince them to help her make those fantasies become a reality. I love her. She's living out her like AO3 fantasies. Like she'll write them and then act upon them. She's hilarious. I really like her. So this is a very fun one. And again, we know what her feelings are from page 1, but we don't know what his feelings are. So it's romance, but is it one-sided? Is it mutual? End of volume 1, we don't know. Next one, another shoujo. They're basically all shoujo. We have You're My Cutie. I think this one is digital only in English, but it's an older series, so I don't get why. This is a high school romance featuring a girl who really, really likes cute, younger than her boys. And her father, trying to be a good father, hires who he sees as a cute, younger than her boy to work at their family restaurant. Unfortunately, he's the wrong kind of cute. While his face is beautiful, his personality is not. He deals with a lot of women trying to, like, get with him through harassing him because he is so attractive. And because of that, his walls are high up. Don't talk to me if you're a woman is kind of what his face says when they first meet. So upon their first meeting, they do not like each other. He doesn't like other women. She doesn't like non-cute boys. They don't like each other. And then slowly, as they start learning more and more about each other, he realizes that she is not after him for his face. And they slowly begin getting better and better on. So this is very much not enemies to lovers, but like two people who don't really like each other, to friends, to kind of more than friends, to who knows. This is a good one. As of the end of volume 1, they're starting to get on better, but it's really volume 2 where they start actually becoming friends. No romance at all in volume 1, at least in my eyes. Then we have How I Met My Soulmate. This one does have an English physical print. This is a university romance featuring a girl who moved from her small town to Tokyo for university. And while she's in university, she really wants to find her soulmate because that's what you do when you go to university. But unfortunately, no matter how hard she tries to find a man, she just can't. And it's kind of hard, like when you're actively looking for someone to date, the only people that show up are the people that you would never date. So she's struggling until she meets this man on the cover at a nightclub. And after something unfortunate kind of happens, he promises to help her find her soulmate. And then they become kind of friends, and then stuff happens. So as of volume 1, he's really her friend who's trying to help her find a boyfriend, not her boyfriend. There is like a teeny tiny bit of romance in this volume, at least in my eyes. But as of the end of volume 1, they're not dating. There's no like relationship progression. There's just like a tiny bit of like, oh, what was that? My next one does not have an English out yet, but it will have an English through Viz, and it's one of my current favorites, so I couldn't not talk about it. Which is this one, which is called The Seaside Where Dragon Boys Dwell, is what I think it's called. I disagree with the title, but I'm not the one who named it, so what can I do? This is a fantasy romance series about a girl who moves to a small coastal town after her father passes away, and there just so happen to be dragon people like the one on this cover here. Notice how I say dragon people, not dragon boys, because there are dragon girls. But anyways, this one is kind of a slow burn. There's 3 volumes out in Japanese right now, and there's still not really any relationship progression. But as each volume goes on, you can see all of the characters starting to get along better and better, and you know who's going to be dating who. And it's so nice. It's so good. I really, really like how the author depicts all of the relationships because everybody has a different kind of relationship with everybody and they're all very unique and it's just so good. And even the friendship only ones develop very beautifully. We have an enemies to friends that's done very well. And then we have two strangers who don't like each other, two people who really do like each other. And I cannot wait for the romance to really hit, but it has not hit yet. But you know everybody's feelings come the end of volume 3, but there is no romance yet. Next one we have is Hi, I'm a Witch Whose Crush Requested a Love Potion. This is my favorite light novel. The manga has been translated into English and does have a physical publication. This one, as the title suggests, is about a witch whose crush requests her to make him a love potion. So as of page 1, she is in love with him. But he thinks she's a scary witch of the lake. So there's that. So we go from her loving him the whole time to him slowly getting a better and better impression of her. So I really like this one. It is fun. He needs a love potion from her. And she's like, I'm not going to give the love of my life a love potion so he can give it to some other girl. And what kind of girl isn't already in love with him? He's amazing. So it's very fun. I really like it. I really want the light novel to get a physical English publication because in my opinion, the light novel is a lot better. The manga is great, but the light novel is even better. Next one is my all-time favorite shoujo, which is Colette Decides. I'm holding the English. Obviously, this one has an English. Unfortunately, it's an Omni, but what can you do? This one tells the romance of a young woman. She's an apothecary. She is young, so she's like a late-stage teenager. And Lord Hades, Lord of the Underworld. He's very old, but it's a fantasy romance. Don't even think about the ages. One day, after being very, very overworked, she falls down into a well where she finds Hades to be afflicted with some sort of disease, and she's hired by his servants to basically save his life. Or save him. I don't know if he was ever in danger of passing on because he's a literal god, but you know. So that's how the series gets started. This one's very much a slow burn. There are 21 volumes in Japanese, so I think there will be 10 or 11 in English. The relationship progression doesn't really start until about halfway through the series. About halfway through the series. So we really, really get to know a lot about them. And the main focus on the series is kind of cut in half. So we have, the romance is very important, but we also have their jobs that are very important. Both Colette and Hades have very important jobs, and they see those jobs as very important. And they never, ever push off their duties in their jobs just to hang out and have a relationship. So I find it to be more mature in that, in real life, you can't just hang out with your boyfriend all day, every day. You got to go to work. So I liked it. It feels very as realistic as such a series could be. And I think it's beautiful. The slow burn of it really does make it feel worthwhile when eventually the romance does start. And I think it's great. And my last one is this one. This is The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. This one also has an anime. This one is very much a slow series. I like it when I'm tired and I just kind of want to read something easy. We have a girl who's just a cool girl and a guy who is the descendant of an ice spirit. So he is able to conjure ice with his emotions. So if he's feeling big emotions, there might be a snowstorm in the middle of the summer. And this is an office romance. He thinks she is the coolest, the cutest. We see things through his perspective. So we see his thought bubbles a lot, and they're very funny. So he is down very bad for her. We don't know really what her feelings are for him until a couple of volumes in. And it's nice. So she's very aloof. So it takes a minute to really know what she's feeling. But it's just very nice. It's very cute. It's fun watching him gush over her. Because literally everything she does to him is adorable. And it's just very funny. And those are my 10. I'm always looking for more slow to start romance series. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know so that I can read more.